Hello, my name is Jacob Bennett. I am from Glendale, Arizona. I am 23 years old, and this is my story of lifespan development. Let's start at age 5. I was fast as a kid. I remember loving just running through the park as fast as I could, my brothers chasing behind me. It was the best feeling in the world. I would just cut loose and felt like I was walking on clouds. My childhood did seem to fly by really quickly, just like that. Every day I was growing and learning, getting stronger and smarter. I gained a lot of exposure at the time to a lot of different ideas and emotions, love and not so nice ones also. Some emotions were really complex and they were new to me. I never felt them before, but each day they became more and more common. As my motor skills got better and better every day, I found that there were new activities I could take part in. My favorite thing was joining organized sports. I loved baseball. I also really enjoyed reading. Books were one of my favorite pastimes actually growing up. Just any story I could get my hands on, really. Stories could have so many layers, so many hidden meanings, and me getting to experience those, it felt like I was diving deeper and just deeper down into worlds unexplored, and it was really a great way to stretch my imagination. With all the reading I was doing, my vocabulary started to grow pretty quickly, so that definitely helped out in school. There is really only one negative thing I could say about this part of my childhood, and it was that I had these really vivid nightmares often, but I actually kind of grew out of those pretty quickly, so it wasn't too bad for too long. It was actually during this time that I learned what being brave meant, what courage meant. So each day, as I was changing and learning and growing, I just climbed higher and higher. So if we go ahead and fast forward 10 years, we're actually going to come to the point where I am in high school as a 15-year-old. I went to Apollo High. I can still remember my first day. I was super nervous. It was during this time that I was trying to find a sense of self, but my insecurities constantly pushed back my progress. And with the influence of other people around me, the peer pressure, there was just a lot of ideas thrown at me, and I didn't know what to do. Which ones to pick, which ones to discard. Honestly, looking back, it felt more like I was just imitating personalities that I was seeing rather than having my own. Yes, this was the age of awkward facial hair. I do remember having to shave for the first time, actually teaching myself how to shave. That was a little bit scary. My physical development at this time left a little to be desired. I did get taller, but I also got pretty chubby too. This caused even more insecurity, so things like having a girlfriend or even talking to a girl was just out of the question. Too scary. Nope. I quickly found myself caught in this cycle of adjustment and uncertainty, just trying to change to be really anyone but myself, and that failed, of course. I started to think about my future around this time, what I wanted to do with my life, and I really liked cooking. So I thought that being a chef would be great. I joined culinary classes, but once I realized how stressful it can be to be a chef, I abandoned that idea. I had this feeling constantly of needing to move forward and grow, but I had no idea what direction to go, and that got frustrating. It wouldn't be until I actually left Apollo High School that I started to formulate a sense of self. We're gonna fast forward again here to when I was 20 years old. This to me is the golden age. I had left all that awkwardness behind me. I had actually started to go bald at this point, but I didn't really care. This was the age of decisiveness and confidence. I felt good about who I was. I started to gain a new, wider perspective on the world as a whole, and I began to notice that there are just so many different types of people. Cultures were just so rich and vibrant and textured, just way more than I had imagined. I became deeply, truly fascinated with the scope of human feeling, all the different emotions and connections that a person could make in their life. It just seemed like an endless place of discovery for me. I kind of like to compare it to exploring space. Like, everything we don't know about the brain is just as vast as the universe itself. And that's why I decided to pursue psychology. I actually still want to be a psychologist, someone that helps people work through their problems or just grow and develop themselves. Just gotta add that Y in there. Whoops. I learned a lot from my past experiences about emotions and relationships with my family, with my friends, just really learning how to care and be open with other people. And this helped me gain a meaningful relationship, intimate, romantic relationship. The lifespan development class has definitely taught me a lot, and I can see it in my own life with the pre-operational stage Piaget mentioned, and my own experiences in that age around 5, where I began to experience more imagination and my cognitive skills grew, and then later on in life when I began to become more and more adaptable and versatile in the way I thought, much more flexible. My emotional state changed also, just as I learned to be more open with people, and the relationships I had with family and friends and the people I loved really grew and developed. But yes, this is my story, so I do thank you for taking the time to enjoy it.